Hi folks, right, the day today, it's just had a bit of sun, but about 2 inches of rain overnight, and floods are sort of cut off Gatwick Airport and the M23 being flooded from the river that's burst its banks. So sympathy for those people who are trying to get flights away for holiday. Right, so that's, I don't know what I'm going to do here. Put in a bit of the usual sky, the raw sienna. I don't use raw sienna in oil painting, I don't know why. Probably because it's a bit weak compared to the ochre, and the opposite I find is true with the Common burnt sienna. So I think I'll put a bit of burnt sienna on the sky. Got plenty there. Touch of red in there. Right. Okay. So if I put some water in, I'll probably do a sort of a lakey sort of scene. I've just done a couple of woodland scenes. Now, there's Payne's grey and some alizarin. Now, both of these colours in Common are quite weak. These are student quality, but they're very good nonetheless. The light red is a very, very strong colour. So let's have it. Okay, put a bit of ultramarine in there, I think. Just to replicate the sky I saw a couple of days ago. Just a faint bit of ultramarine. Right, a bit heavier with that sky. So that's better. While the paper's wet like this, you can do an awful lot with it. Okay, reclip the paper. This is £90 Saunders Waterford hot press, so that's quite smooth, but it's not as smooth as you might think, because it does dry brush when it's dry. Now I'm just going to pull this tight. Here. Oops, sorry, with my head. Oh, come on. Oops. Got that little clip there, a little tug there, just to hold it. Nice, almost flat, to clip it. Right, okay, I'll dry this off now, so mute your sound and fast forward through the hair drying bit. Go. I think I did this yesterday. I touched it, thinking it was dry, and it wasn't. Look, but anyway, never mind. But you can see what this paper does. The board's at about 30 degrees. It gives a lovely softness and diffuse look. And this was the sky that was going over the other day. There was like a big cloud going down the middle of my bit of sky, and a couple of bits of ultramarine breaking through with the cloud in between. So I'm always looking up at the sky for subjects or sky effects, and this paper is just wonderful. Right, I've got a cup of tea here. Mustn't forget to drink it. Put that there. Right, what should we do? We want hills. A bit of blue to this. Cool. Or it might even be better with trees. Just a bit of background. Going uphill there. A little bit. The sort of appearance of broken water. Right, that'll do. I cleaned the brush, have a swig of tea. Just done the Christmas shopping for the last, apart from bits and pieces of the last of the year. I just want to move my camera up a little bit because I keep hitting it. There we go. Just let that go off a little bit. We're going uphill there, aren't we? Okay, now I like, I'm going to put a bit of dry brush on this at the bottom, so I'm going to use my hake. I'm going to use a bit of burnt umber, a bit of grey. My burnt umber is still very soft where I squeeze some out underneath, sort of undercut where I kept pushing the brush under. Let's just okay. I'm going to dry that off a bit. I want to put something in there, like the other side of the lake. So headphones off, go. So a bit more dry brush over that again, so just to break it up. So I'm just going to paint it around the right way. Touch of paint. Right, I can add into that. I'm not going to. I don't think that will scrape. We'll have a go. Yeah, it does a little bit. The rough version doesn't. Just large sort of pebbles and. Right, that'll do. Dry that off. Headphones, go. Right, I'm going to use a rigger now. When I find it, as usual. Oh, here it is. Just to put in a bit of detail on those rocks, just to highlight them a little bit. So just a bit of paint spraying with that brown. Right, that'll do. Right, now want to put in some island looking stuff over there. See, that's quite rough. Just a little bit of detail on them. I'll do some on the other side. I'll have a bit more sienna in there, I think. A bit of burnt sienna. A bit of light coming in. Oh, I put a bit of greeny stuff on there. There's some sort of summery greens here. Quite a bit of powerful darks in this, shadows. Right, let's get a bit of a shadow, reflection showing down here. Okay, put in some of that, something in that background now. But before I do, I'll just take a little bit of this out. Okay, so far so good. Right, a bit in that background now. I'll clean the brush and have some. Now that would be, this has gone a little bit too hard, I think. But I want to put in some warmer trees in that background against that. To contrast the blue with a warmer colour, but still with a bit of ultramarine in there to give us that, still on the blue side, but so my head's in the way. Well, not really. So I'll put a bit of reflection in there. I might scrape out a bit of a white line there or put a bit of gouache in. Okay, now I think got to beef up the foreground a bit. It's like doing this is like casting yourself adrift in the ocean without sat nav. Okay, that's something. What we're looking good, looking good. Now I want to get some sparkle in that foreground, so I'm going to use Frank Clark's Hague because that gives a nice bit of stuff. So I can push the brush up a bit, about. Show you. The Hague is all about having enough water, but not too much water. See that there's quite a bit of water on that brush, but the paper is that just got that little bit of roughness in. Not quite as pleased with that as I thought I would be. So back to the rigger. Got a bit of dark and just see, look, when you're doing grasses, put some up, bring some down, and it hopefully gives that impression of detail. See? My darks are just Payne's grey and burnt sienna. Okay, I don't think I want to do much more than that. I'll put a mouse on it. Put the birds in. Okay, that'll do. Right, put the mount on it, and then I'm going to carry on priming a couple of my boards and do hopefully do one oil painting. So I've got the oil paints all ready, but I have a break. I'll get this uploaded, this one, and then I'll do an oil painting for you. So I'm loving these oil paintings. Oh, I know what I was going to do. I was going to, if I dry that off, I'm going to just lift out with a razor blade. be careful when you do this razor blade stuff. I've got to find a razor blade now. I've got old blades. There we are. This one a little bit rusty. No, it's this craft blade, the Stanley blade. When I was working for myself, my business was carpet fitting. I had my own business for 40 years. And I got through thousands of those. Just clip this. I saw some wonderful paintings too on jobs in London's West End. I saw Picasso's, Catherine Williams, Edward Wesson, Courbet. Right, now if you do this, be careful you don't go right through the paper. Just a bit of sparkle. You could do that with gouache. Oh, that'll do. I don't think that works. But anyway, it's just something else to try. Hope you enjoyed that. Oh, let's lift you up so you can see, get a good view of it in the mount. Oh, there we are. More or less. Okay. Well, there we are. So, another Seven Islands, Mitcham Common type of painting. Thanks for looking in, guys. Have a great Christmas if I don't speak to you before. Bye bye.